Hello everybody. Let's turn this around just a little bit more. There we go. I'm just going to sit here and make us a new little drop cord. I've often had a need out there in the shop for a drop cord about 3 feet long. Well, I found this end. Let's turn my soldering iron on. I found this end on an old drop cord. I thought, well, I'll make me a little short drop cord and I'll make a video about doing it. This is not a how-to video. Do not follow my instructions. If you follow my instructions on doing this video, then you do so at your own risk. With that being said, let's carry on. What we're going to do here is we're going to, this is a drop cord that come off of an old fluorescent light that I had in the garage that quit working. The cord is perfectly fine, no nicks, no tears, no faded or cracked rubber, nothing to that effect or anything like that, nothing at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to even this up. Right there. Now we're going to split, and I like to split just right here at the very end and pull it back. I don't like to cut all the way down because you run a risk of running into the wire and cutting into the wire. So I'm just going to pull this back. Now I'm going to solder these. I'm going to tin them so the wire doesn't go everywhere. And because it's a little small, and so I want to build it up just a little bit. So it's 16 gauge. We're going to go there. And we're going to go here. Hello, daughter.
Hello.
So we're just going to do that up like that.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And let's see, we're going to do this like that. Twist it up. Now I need to find my little helping hand soldering iron, or soldering hands, whatever you call the stupid things. Get this all tightened up. I don't know what this thing is broken and falling apart on me, but I keep going back to it because it just works. Alright, so there we go. Now we're just going to tin these ends. Right there. Alright. There we go. Now they're all tinned. And we're going to grab my meter here. I got several, and we're just going to do a ring check. I already know that the negative is the one with the ribs down the side. It is continuity, but I had to check it. That way, can't nobody say that I told them that. And they wired up something, and something went haywire. Because I'm not liable for anything that you do at your house. Alright, so then that one right there, let's take it out of here. Get this out of the way. It looks like a cluster bomb went off here. I'm sure it did at some point in my life. So now we need to spread these apart just a little bit more. Trim off the excess rubber. Make sure you don't catch a wire. Or I'm making sure that I don't catch a wire. There you go. Gotta be careful with how you word things in today's society. Everybody wants to blame you for everything. Everybody wants to, oh, you told me wrong. No, I didn't tell you a damn thing. I didn't tell you how to do it. I just simply showed you what I've done. And I've already gone in there. See, that's a little bit of insulation going to get in there, so I need to strip this back just a tiny bit more. Just to make sure that I don't get that insulation trapped in under the clamp, which will cause the clamp to not do its job. Alright. I see the neutral's on the left, so I'm going to stick the neutral wire in on this side of the clamp, and we're going to tighten it up. Get the screw out of the way. I can tell you this, when you're holding this, make sure you get a good firm hold on it, because you will stab yourself in the hand, and yes, it does hurt like hell. Anyway, back to my rant. I got a nasty Facebook message about my welding that I'd done, and I've never once said that I was a professional welder. Never once tried to say, hey, this is how you weld, this is what you need to do, or nothing. So I think the guy's comment was way off base, way out of line. So I blocked him and deleted him, and he can never comment me or contact me ever again. And if he tries to contact me on Facebook or YouTube, I'll block his ass again. This is a little drop cord. It should work for my grinder just fine. If not, I'll find a use for it. I don't mind comments. I don't mind people saying, hey, you screwed that all up. You screwed the pooch on that so bad, you're going to be miserable. Okay, that's fine. Then follow it up with by simply telling me, hey man, I realized that I seen that you was having a problem. I understand that you might shake a little bit, or you can't weld as smooth as you used to. Here, try this tip. Here's a video out here. Go watch this video. See how it's done. You know, this guy over here, you know, props a certain way or whatever. But I don't like derogatory people. I don't like people that put people down. I'm not about that. That's nasty. I don't want people in my life that feel, even if they're in my life just for a minute, if you feel that you must put somebody down to make yourself look bigger, then by all means, go find somewhere else. Go find somewhere else to do it. Leave me alone. I didn't bother you. Don't effing bother me. I don't mind constructive criticism. I've never had any problem with somebody saying, hey, you messed that up, but let me show you a way of doing it. Because if you come at me the wrong way, I'm just going to tell you, you know what, bye. I don't need to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't care. I'm going to push this in a little bit. Push it in just a little bit so when I tighten it up, the strain relief will hold. I mean, I'll have taken the strain off of the wires and put it on the jacket where it's supposed to be. So let's just hope that this will tighten up on this flat wire. It might go down that small. Yes, it did. It did just fine. So we tighten this up firm. Alright, there we go. It doesn't move. And there is a little short drop cord. Let's see. This is well, they got writing on there, but it doesn't say anything. Doesn't say the size. Doesn't say the size at all. Oh, 18 gauge. This little 18 gauge, it might not be big enough for my little 4-inch grinder, but it's so short that it shouldn't be a problem because it's really shorting this out in the air. But anyway, and I'm sure somebody will have a comment about that. Oh, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Well, that's fine too. I didn't say I did. I'm not a professional electrician. I've been doing construction work since I was 5 years old with my father, and I have not had a house burn down. I have not had a drill burn up. I have not had a drop cord burn up. I have not had a piece that I welded break loose and fall and it caused bodily injury or injury to anybody else. I have not built a deck, a porch, a set of stairs, or anything else that has fallen, come apart, years later or anything. Everything that I've built, matter of fact, I built a deck. I built a dance floor in a bar to hold an estimated 200 people, an elevated platform in a bar. And when they went in there and the bar changed hands and the guy didn't want that in there, when they went in there to tear it up, he had to rent an excavator, a mini excavator, to come inside and tear it apart. They could not pry it apart with pry bars or crowbars or anything like that. It was built too soundly, and it did not bounce, it did not flex, and it held well over 250 people jumping up and down, shaking whatever you want to call it. So, and I've done plumbing too. I guess I'll piss somebody off out there that does plumbing that's going to come in there and say, I don't know anything. You take that to the shop. I don't know anything about plumbing. Well, no, I'm not a licensed plumber. So therefore, I will never tell you how to plumb anything. So, well, that's my rant for the day, and I'm going to post this on YouTube, and they can take it down. They can do what they want to with it. I don't care. Have a good day.